Attack on Titan Volumes 7 and 8, written and illustrated by Hajime Isayama. The Survey Corps' expedition beyond Wall Rose was immediately thrown into turmoil by the appearance of a new enemy, the female Titan. This terrifying creature possessed an uncanny level of intelligence and agility, decimating the formation and strategically targeting soldiers. Eren, driven by a desperate need to protect his comrades, attempted to transform into his Titan form, but his fear and uncertainty resulted in a grotesque, incomplete transformation. Before Hange could examine this strange development, the female Titan attacked, causing an explosion that ripped through the formation. Meanwhile, Armin, Jean, and Reiner, separated from the main group and stranded in the forest, were led to a rendezvous point by Krista. Her timely arrival with horses and her uncanny awareness of the Titan's movements raised suspicions within Armin. He began to question her true identity and her connection to the events unfolding. Levi's squad engaged the female Titan in a fierce battle, but she effortlessly evaded their attacks, her hardened skin deflecting their blades. Just as she was about to overpower them, Eren, in his incomplete Titan form, intervened. However, his attack was futile, and the female Titan pinned him to the ground, her hand reaching for his nape. Inside the Titan's core, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa found themselves trapped. Mikasa, fueled by her unwavering loyalty, launched a desperate counterattack from outside, slashing at the female Titan's fingers. As the battle raged, the Survey Corps suffered heavy losses. Commander Erwin, recognizing the dire situation, made a difficult decision. He ordered the retreat, abandoning the expedition and leaving the female Titan to be consumed by other Titans. This strategic maneuver, while heartbreaking, aimed to protect the remaining soldiers and ensure the survival of Eren, their last hope. The expedition returned to Karane's district, defeated and demoralized. Eren, burdened by the loss of his comrades and his own perceived failure, grappled with the weight of responsibility. He questioned his ability to control his Titan power and fulfill his father's wish to reclaim Wall Maria. Back at headquarters, Hange, reflecting on the female Titan's abilities and her own observations of Eren's transformation, theorized that the female Titan was a human with the power to shift like Eren. This realization opened up a terrifying new possibility. The enemy was not just mindless Titans, but humans who could infiltrate their ranks and use the power of the Titans against them. Levi, suspicious of someone within the Survey Corps, confronted his squad. He revealed that he had deduced the presence of a traitor among them. He challenged them to prove their loyalty and uncover the identity of the enemy within their ranks. The chapter ends with a chilling sense of paranoia and mistrust as the recruits realize that they are not only fighting against Titans, but also against a hidden enemy within their own organization. The female Titan's relentless pursuit of the Survey Corps continued with terrifying efficiency. Levi's squad, their skills honed by years of training and hardened by countless battles, launched a coordinated assault. They targeted the Titan's limbs, hoping to cripple her and buy time for Eren to transform. Their blades flashed, slicing through muscle and bone, but the female Titan's regenerative abilities were astounding. She healed almost instantly, her wounds closing with unnatural speed. Even Levi, known for his lightning-fast reflexes and deadly precision, found himself struggling to land a decisive blow. The female Titan anticipated his every move, dodging his attacks with an almost supernatural awareness. She countered with brutal force, her punches and kicks sending soldiers flying through the air. The recruits watched in horror as their comrades were crushed, their bodies mangled beyond recognition. Eren, witnessing the carnage, was consumed by a wave of self-doubt. His fear and uncertainty paralyzed him, hindering his ability to transform. He desperately wanted to help, to protect his friends, but the weight of their expectations and the memory of his previous failed transformation held him back. Levi, sensing Eren's inner turmoil, issued a challenge. Believe in yourself, or believe in me and those with the wings of freedom on their backs. No one knows what the outcome will be, so choose whichever you'll regret the least. His words, sharp and direct, cut through Eren's fear. Fueled by Levi's unwavering confidence and his own burning desire to protect his comrades, Eren finally unleashed his Titan form. But this transformation was different. it was incomplete, resulting in a grotesque, skinless titan, its muscles and bones exposed. Eren, trapped within this horrifying form, roared in frustration and pain. Hange, ever the scientist, was fascinated by this unusual development. She rushed towards Eren's titan, her eyes gleaming with curiosity, eager to examine this anomaly. She was particularly intrigued by the rapid regeneration of his arm, a phenomenon she had never witnessed before. Just as she was about to conduct further experiments, a sudden explosion rocked the forest. The female titan, with terrifying speed and cunning, had somehow reached the center of the formation, targeting the wagon carrying Eren. Levi's squad, their numbers dwindling, engaged the female titan in a desperate battle. They attacked with coordinated precision, their blades slicing through the air, but the female titan was relentless. She effortlessly deflected their attacks, her hardened skin proving to be an impenetrable shield. Just as she was about to overpower Levi's squad, Eren, in his incomplete titan form, lunged at her. His attack, however, was easily deflected. The female titan pinned Eren to the ground, her hand reaching for his nape. Inside the titan's core, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa were trapped. The air was thick with the stench of blood and the heat of the titan's body. Eren, desperate to break free, struggled against the female titan's grip. Mikasa, fueled by her unwavering loyalty and protective instincts, launched a desperate attack from outside, her blade slicing through the female titan's fingers. The battle raged on, a brutal dance of death and survival. Meanwhile, Armin, Jean, and Reiner, stranded in the forest, followed Krista to a rendezvous point. As they rode through the dense trees, Armin's suspicions about Krista grew. Her timely arrival, her uncanny knowledge of the forest, and her unsettling calm demeanor pointed towards a hidden truth, a secret that could unravel the very foundations of their world. The Survey Corps, facing overwhelming odds and mounting losses, was pushed to the brink. Commander Erwin, recognizing the dire situation, made a difficult decision. He ordered a retreat, abandoning the expedition and leaving the female titan to be consumed by other titans. It was a strategic maneuver, a necessary sacrifice to protect the remaining soldiers and ensure the survival of Eren, their last hope. Defeated and demoralized, the expedition returned to Karani's district. Eren, burdened by the loss of his comrades and his own perceived failure, questioned his ability to control his titan power and fulfill his father's wish to reclaim Wal Maria. He was haunted by the faces of the fallen, their dreams and aspirations extinguished by the female titan's brutal attacks. Hange, reflecting on the female titan's abilities, theorized that she was a human with the power to shift, just like Eren. This realization opened up a terrifying new possibility. The enemy was not just mindless titans, but humans who could infiltrate their ranks and use the power of the titans against them. Levi, suspicious of someone within the Survey Corps, confronted his squad. He revealed that he had deduced the presence of a traitor among them, a chilling revelation that cast a shadow of paranoia and mistrust over the already battered recruits. The chapter ends with the soldiers facing not only the external threat of the Titans, but the internal danger of a hidden enemy within their own ranks. The Survey Corps' 57th expedition beyond Walrose quickly descended into a desperate struggle for survival. Their long-range formation, designed for reconnaissance, was shattered by the appearance of a terrifying new enemy, the female Titan. This agile and intelligent creature possessed the ability to harden her skin, deflecting the soldiers' blades and rendering their attacks useless. She moved with terrifying speed and precision, targeting specific individuals and decimating their ranks. Amidst the chaos, Armin, Jean, and Reiner found themselves stranded in a vast forest with damaged gear. Just as they were about to be overwhelmed by the female Titan, Krista Lenz arrived with horses, seemingly out of nowhere. Her timely arrival and her uncanny ability to navigate the Titan-infested forest raised suspicions within Armin. Could Krista be more than just a kind and optimistic recruit? Meanwhile, Levi's squad, tasked with protecting Eren, watched in horror as the female Titan decimated their comrades. Eren, desperate to help, struggled to transform into his Titan form, his fear and self-doubt hindering his ability. Levi, observing Eren's inner turmoil, challenged him to believe in himself or trust in his comrades. Inspired by Levi's words and driven by the desire to protect his friends, Eren finally transformed. But his transformation was incomplete, resulting in a grotesque, skinless Titan. Before Hange could examine this unusual development, the female Titan struck, targeting the wagon carrying Eren. A fierce battle ensued, with Levi's squad engaging the female Titan in a desperate attempt to protect Eren. They attacked with coordinated precision, but the female Titan effortlessly evaded their attacks, her hardened skin proving to be an impenetrable shield. Just as she was about to overpower them, Eren, in his incomplete Titan form, intervened. His attack, however, was futile, and the female Titan pinned him to the ground. Inside the Titan's core, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa were trapped. Mikasa, fueled by her unwavering loyalty, launched a desperate attack from outside, slashing at the female Titan's fingers. Despite their valiant efforts, the Survey Corps suffered heavy losses. Recognizing the dire situation, Commander Erwin made a difficult decision. He ordered a retreat, abandoning the expedition and leaving the female Titan to be consumed by other Titans. Defeated and demoralized, the expedition returned to Karane's district. Eren, burdened by the loss of his comrades and his own perceived failure, questioned his ability to control his Titan power. Hange, reflecting on the female Titan's abilities, theorized that she was a human with the power to shift, just like Eren. This chilling realization opened up a terrifying new possibility. The enemy was not just mindless Titans, but humans who could infiltrate their ranks and use the power of the Titans against them. Levi, suspicious of someone within the Survey Corps, confronted his squad, revealing his deduction that a traitor was among them. The recruits, already battered and traumatized, were now faced with the unsettling reality that they were not only fighting against Titans, but also against a hidden enemy within their own organization. The expedition beyond the walls to capture the female Titan was a calculated gamble. It relied on deception and misdirection to lure the enemy into a trap. The recruits, unaware of the true target, were tasked with guarding a convoy of supply wagons through the city of Stohes district. As they marched through the bustling streets, they witnessed the citizens' conflicting attitudes toward the military, some fearful and resentful, others hopeful and grateful. Eren, concealed within one of the wagons, grappled with his own anxieties. He knew that the weight of humanity's survival rested on his ability to control his Titan form, but the memory of his previous incomplete transformation haunted him. Armin, ever watchful, noticed Krista's unusual calmness and her veiled suggestions about escaping. His suspicions about her grew, culminating in a tense confrontation in the ruins of the planned underground city. "Annie, come with us and help Eren escape," Armin asked, his voice trembling with uncertainty. Annie Leonhardt, a quiet and reserved recruit known for her exceptional combat skills, stared back at him, her expression unreadable. After a moment of silence, she responded with a simple, "Fine." Their plan was a desperate long shot, to spirit Eren away from the military police, buy time to gather evidence of the true nature of the Titans, and ultimately sway the Council's opinion. But as they navigated the city's underground passages, Armin realized that their actions might be perceived as insubordination, potentially putting them all at risk. At a checkpoint, their cover was blown. A military police officer recognized Armin, and the tension escalated quickly. Just as the situation seemed hopeless, Annie revealed her true nature. With a sudden, terrifying transformation, she became the female Titan, bursting from the underground in a shower of debris. The narrow streets of Stohes district became a chaotic battleground. Annie, in her Titan form, proved to be a formidable opponent, her speed and agility unmatched. She pursued Eren relentlessly, her eyes burning with a cold fury. Armin, Mikasa, and the other recruits fought valiantly, their 3DMG gear allowing them to weave through the buildings, but they were no match for Annie's raw power. Eren, trapped and unable to transform, watched in horror as his comrades were crushed beneath the female Titan's feet. He remembered Levi's challenge, his words echoing in his mind, "Believe in yourself, or believe in me and those with the wings of freedom on their backs." Fueled by his desire to protect his friends, Eren finally overcame his fear and transformed. The clash of the Titans was a brutal and destructive spectacle. Buildings crumbled, and the ground trembled as Eren and Annie fought, their roars echoing through the city. But Eren's Titan form was different this time. It was complete, powerful, and filled with a primal rage. The expedition's return to Wall Sheena was met with a somber mood, the weight of their losses and the threat of the female Titan casting a long shadow over the recruits. Armin, plagued by guilt over the death of his comrades and haunted by the image of the female Titan, confided in Jean about his observations of Annie Leonhardt. He noticed her reaction to Eren's use of the term suicidal blockhead, a nickname only the 104th Training Corps would know, and her familiarity with Marco Bott's maneuvering gear. These seemingly insignificant details, combined with the female Titan's combat style, eerily similar to Annie's, led Armin to a chilling conclusion. Annie was the female Titan. Initially dismissive of Armin's suspicions, Jean eventually acknowledged the mounting evidence. Their conversation was overheard by Mikasa, who also admitted to noticing similarities between Annie's fighting style and the female Titans. Together, they informed Eren about their suspicions, but without concrete proof, they were hesitant to accuse Annie directly. Levi, ever observant, had already deduced the presence of a traitor within the ranks. He confronted his squad, revealing his suspicions and challenging them to prove their loyalty. He devised a plan to test Annie, using Eren as bait to lure her into a trap. The recruits, unaware of the true purpose of the mission, were tasked with escorting a convoy of supply wagons through Stohest district. Eren, concealed within a wagon, grappled with his own anxieties, while Armin observed Annie closely, searching for any sign of confirmation. Krista's unusual calmness and her veiled suggestions about escape further fueled Armin's suspicions. He confronted her in the ruins of a planned underground city, finally revealing his deduction that Annie was the female Titan. Their plan was a desperate gamble, to spirit Eren away and gather evidence to sway the Council's opinion. But as they navigated the city's underground passages, their cover was blown. A military police officer recognized Armin, and the situation escalated quickly. Annie, cornered and exposed, transformed into the female Titan, bursting from the underground in a terrifying display of power. The narrow streets of Stohest district became a chaotic battleground as the female Titan pursued Eren relentlessly. Buildings crumbled and the ground trembled beneath her feet. Armin, Mikasa, and the other recruits fought valiantly, but they were no match for Annie's raw power and agility. Eren, witnessing the carnage and remembering Levi's challenge to believe in himself, finally overcame his fear and transformed into his Titan form. This time, his transformation was complete, his Titan body strong and filled with a primal rage. The clash of the Titans was a destructive spectacle, shaking the city to its foundations. Eren and Annie fought with brutal ferocity, their roars echoing through the streets. The Survey Corps returned from their expedition beyond Walrose, defeated and demoralized. They had suffered heavy losses at the hands of the female Titan, a terrifying new enemy with human-like intelligence and combat skills. Eren, plagued by guilt over his inability to protect his comrades, questioned his own strength and the value of his Titan power. Back at headquarters, Hange, the eccentric section commander obsessed with Titan research, made a chilling discovery. 2 captured Titans used for experiments had been brutally killed. Through her observations, Hange concluded that Eren, in his incomplete Titan form during the Battle of Trost, had unknowingly killed them. This revelation fueled concerns about Eren's potential danger and the unpredictability of his power. Despite the setbacks, Hange remained fascinated by Eren, seeing him as a key to unlocking the mysteries of the Titans. She continued her research, exploring the effects of sunlight on Titan activity and their capacity for pain. Her findings revealed that sunlight was a crucial factor in Titan behavior, and that they seemed to possess a different perception of pain compared to humans. At the disbanding ceremony, the recruits faced a pivotal decision: which military branch to join. Armin, initially overwhelmed by fear and self-doubt, found renewed resolve after a conversation with Jean, who recognized the value of Armin's strategic mind. To the surprise of his friends, Armin chose to join the Survey Corps, facing the Titans head-on alongside Eren and Mikasa. Commander Erwin Smith, the stoic leader of the Survey Corps, addressed the recruits, painting a grim picture of the dangers they would face, but emphasizing the importance of their mission to reclaim Wall Maria and uncover the secrets of the Titans. 1 month later, the Survey Corps prepared for their next expedition. Eren, assigned to Levi's Special Operations Squad, was stationed in an old, secluded castle where he was kept under strict supervision. He grappled with the pressure and responsibility of his Titan ability, determined to master it and fulfill his father's wish to reclaim Wall Maria. As they ventured beyond Wall Rose, the recruits faced immediate danger, encountering Titans and relying on their training and teamwork to survive. However, the true purpose of the expedition, shrouded in secrecy, remained unknown to most, including Eren. While the Survey Corps was away, the military police interrogated Minister Nick, a devout follower of the Walls, about the true nature of the Walls and the identity of the female Titan. Nick, however, remained tight-lipped, his cryptic words hinting at a hidden truth and a conspiracy that ran deeper than anyone could have imagined. "I do not cling to my life as if it is something precious," he declared, emphasizing his unwavering faith. Meanwhile, Levi's squad, stationed at the old castle, noticed strange occurrences and unsettling behavior from their superiors. Their suspicions grew, and they began to question the true motives behind their isolation and the lack of clear orders. Sasha Blouse, with her heightened senses, reported hearing footsteps approaching the castle, a chilling sign that they were not alone. Suddenly, news arrived that Wall Rose had been breached, throwing their mission into disarray and leaving them to wonder if another traitor was among them. The chapter ends with Mikasa confronting Reiner, her suspicions aroused by his unusual behavior. Her sudden attack on Reiner hinted at a growing sense of paranoia and the realization that the enemy might be closer than they thought. If you enjoyed this book breakdown, please consider liking this video and subscribing to get notified when we post our next breakdown.